Hello, I'm Bood and welcome to episode 4, season 4 of The Hunt for 8 with Pro Vercelli. As always, thanks for not going missing and returning, but as always, thanks for your support. Make sure you show me some love, hit the thumbs up, get involved in the comments, subscribe if you're new and hit that bell and you will never miss anything I do. And if you always want to help me out a little bit, you can become a Patreon. You'll find a link to that down below in the description. So I've been hard at this all weekend, Saturday, Sunday, burned my way through it. Loads of fun. I won't be drinking this episode though. It is a Monday at the time of filming, and I've got to pick up children later, so it won't really be that responsible, but I quite enjoyed getting drunk throughout an episode. I might have to do that again in the future. Yeah. Anyway, right then, big season. We're in Serie A, right? Serie A. And I'm not going to have tons of money. We did get a little bit of investment. I managed to sell a few players as well. But I had to put a team together here. You know, it was going to be a challenge. I was thriving on this challenge. Let's find out what I did. So it's the 2nd of September. As you can see, we've actually got 3 million in the bank. We get a bit of investment. I sold some players. There's quite a lot of movement. And obviously loads of players I missed out on. And I've actually been able to do stuff. Really made me list. We've got 8 original players from last season. I've signed 7 players on a free. I signed 6 players for a combined total fee of 6.9 million, although that is spread out, but who cares. And I've loaned 5 players. I was able to put a squad together that, you know, I was quite happy with. When you think of who we are and the financial situation, especially because I'm way overspending on my wages, but my wages per season are about 21 million, right? Milan, Juventus, Inter, all their squad wages per season are about 200 million on average. So, you know, we could be up against it. Now, I have really been able to sort my staff out, and it's something I did a massive rebuild on. Once I got my squad together mainly, and it was just the final few pieces, I had the opportunity to really rebuild the staff because they were all on month-to-month contracts, so I could just get rid of them. I've kept a couple, kept Teddy Sheringham, Colo Torre, but I was able to really rebuild it. Whole new scouting team, pretty much a whole new medical team, I think, apart from 1 physio, and then I completely rebuilt the coaches apart from 2, really. And obviously it's not going to be full yellow, it's not going to be the best in the league because of what league we're in and the teams we're up against, but you know, it's a definite. I'm really happy with it. Really happy with that, to be fair. Now, I know I have a love-hate relationship with this. I don't always believe where this puts you. You know, we're not the worst team in the league, apparently. 18, so we are favourite to go down with Palermo and Cremonese. And I have made a note of that with Spezia and a few other teams. I've done this in the past where I'll make a note of those teams around us. And they're not teams, obviously I'll focus on every game, but they're the kind of teams that when I come up against, I really need to focus because they're the kind of points you've got to be going for, and you just hope you can scrap a draw or a win against an unexpected opponent as the season goes on. But honestly, I can't wait. So this is the squad arranged by ability, and it's large-ish. I was really happy. A couple of guys who have stayed, who I liked, asked for a pay rise, and they got one. Like I said, I know I've gone over on the wages, and that 3 million won't last too long. I just wanted to give myself, it's a computer game, innit? Give myself the best opportunity to stay in the league. So let's try and get through it quickly. I like to share it all with you now. It's my 3rd choice goalkeeper. I signed him on a free. He is the choice. I've got Manuel Gasparini, who was my 1st choice last season. He wants a pay rise, but what he wants is just ridiculous. And we could never come to terms with it, and I can never give him one. I did get myself a new goalkeeper, though, on a free. Alessandro Pilzari, who I think is really good for us. We've signed Mattia Zanotti on a free from Inter. So yeah, buzzing with this one. I've still got Federico Bergonzi from last season. Decent. Up right back. 2 left backs. One is sort of an original, really, I suppose. He was even loan last year, but I've managed to sign him. His contract hasn't run up, but he got put up for sale. 800 grand. And we've signed Emmanuel Valeri for around 1.5 million. I think's good. For a club like us, I think he's good. Centre half, so I've gone for 5 again. Give myself that depth. We've signed Alessandro, can't say his second name. He only cost me about $500,000. We've still got Benini, who was here last season. Ilic from last season, he's still here. We've got Alan, from Uruguay on a free. He's currently injured, but it's Gabriel Guarino, 22-year-old Italian on a free. I'm going for that defensive midfielder all season long because we're in Serie A. And we've got Kalo from last season, so he's still here. And Lorenzo Amatucci on loan from Torino. Jacopo Fazzini, 23-year-old, signed him on a free. Struggle with the centre of midfield. The rest of them are loans. Aaron C, because wow, what a name. Chimichanga, that's what I want to call him. He's 21 years old. He's on loan from Torino. Nicolo Pizzilli, 21, on loan from Roma. And Leonardo Medichino. I'm not in the mood for today. Leonardo, he's on loan from Atalanta. On the right, we've still got Alessandro Arena, who I don't think he's ever played in Serie A. But, I think he's ready to prove himself. He's all right. He's decent. He's 23. He's Italian. We've got lots of Italians, to be fair. We signed him on a free. We signed this guy from Genoa. Now, he cost me 2.5 combined. But, young Italian, pretty decent player, come from a great club in Genoa. I've loaned this lad who's not the best from Inter Milan, but he's only 20. He's got great potential. And I still have Lorenzo Di Stefano, who can cover there and cover up top. This kid only cost me 1.3 million. 18. I mean, he's not a wonder kid or anything, but he's got potential. Might struggle to play. One for the future. And then he only cost me 350 grand. Contract's coming to an end. We've got a year left on it. I was surprised. He's worth way more than that now. I mean, he's been a decent goal scorer. Last club goal every 3 games. 26, good age. He's Italian. I like him. I think he could do well. He could. That's a new squad there. The players, obviously, we ain't going to win this league. We're going to really have to try our best to stay in it. But I believe in what I do. You just got to get through it, haven't you? And see. But I was going to have fun no matter what. So all this game's about is having fun. Enjoy it. Look at this. So yeah, so far, friendlies weren't great. I'll be honest with you. I went to England playing some of my friends' teams, Blackburn, Derby and Birmingham, my former team as well. Nice trip to England, got home, went to see my mum. You know what I mean? My niece and nephew. But then Coppa Italia, we beat, how do you say that? Sudi Tirol. Bastard team knocked me out last year, do you remember? 3-3 on penalties. It was nice to beat them 1-0. Then we got played Milan, and I was massively surprised that we actually gave them a game. But then I've won 2 on the bounce against teams that are on my must-win list. They're important points. So then, I think that's about it. Should we jump forward to the 1st of January and look where we're sitting? Pretty in 6th, with the lowest salary team in the league, with 7 free signings, 6 transfers, decent-ish players, 5 loans. I mean, I've got a lot of Italians. We are pretty much an Italian team, but I've got good staff. And we've picked up some decent results. The fact that we've only drawn 1 at this stage has been brilliant. But, the game in it, you just got to play it. I was so proud of this, really chuffed. Because you're always expecting to get annihilated, aren't you, every game? And we've lost a few. So from the last moment you saw us, we kept on going. We beat Bologna. And then look at that. Crazy. And then reality hits. Palermo. I was hoping for better. Then we got beat there. But that's fair enough. Got beat off Roma. And I'm like, oh shit, here we go. But then we beat Torino. I've got 2 players on loan from there. Drew with Inter. Beat Salernitana. They're one of the teams on my list. They're one of the teams on my list. Weird. Funny old game, innit? But then won a couple back to back. We got beat there. And then beat Fiorentina. It's so strange. We've had pickings and been beaten off teams we should really do well against. And then I've picked up some fantastic results. Beating Torino, drawing with Inter, beating Fiorentina. It balanced itself out, but it's put us in 6th for now. Now the money is obviously dwindling. You know what I mean? Paying off transfers as the season goes along, which is fine. I'm pretty sure at partway through the season to get a bank loan out to help. Just got to stay here though. And at the minute, we're on course for that. But yeah, sitting in 6th, could not be happier. This is arranged by average rating, Mr. Vercelli, and we've seen this a million times with whichever tactic I use. Strikers who have been decent or good or not even great come and play for me and get a lot better, and he's been great for me, to be fair. Like really, really good. We've changed to appearances. All these are the lads that are doing it for me. And I thought he'd be all right, but he's way better than I thought. A lot of guys that are mine. I mean, look at him, Alessandro Arena. Because I'm pretty sure he's never played in Serie A. It's his first chance and he's just grabbing it and by the horns and running with it. So, we've got to keep this up. So I kept thinking this time, just keep this up. Drop off a bit, I don't care. I'm not aiming for Europe, for God's sake, wow. Even though we're nearly there, just got to keep it together. Now I just want to jump in because I only read this morning. I don't know if it's true, right? You see Como there in 10th. You remember Como? I think they beat us in the playoff final a couple of years ago. Cesc Fabregas is the manager. He's actually the manager in real life. I did not know this until I played. Because apparently Rafael Varane is going to sign for Serie A. Is that true? I thought he could do better than that, personally. Let's jump now to the 1st of April. Yes, you can see there has been a drop-off. I still think we're punching way above where we should have been. I mean, I believe in what I did. I like a lot of my players, and they've shown at times they're a good team. We were definitely way too high in January. You know, we have started to drop off a little bit. But still, we're in a great spot at 12. Although when you start looking at them points, only takes a couple more bad results, and we could be down there, couldn't we? Only 6 points off the drop. Like it. Man, this is fun. Italy is always fun. I mean, it is some way off the Premier League. Do you know what I mean? Still get a couple of million if you finish where we finish. I mean, you only get 15 million if you win this league. It is crazy. I still love Italian football. A man of my age grew up with this being the best league in the world, or the best players went to. In the 80s and the 90s, man. I used to watch Italian football on Channel 4 with envy. Do you know what I mean? So love it. Absolutely love it. But honestly, cannot say this enough. If you're ever bored, take over a little team. I've done it with Palermo, Vicenza. Take over a team. Lower level Italian football, you can build stuff with these with no money and compete and get through leagues, and it's never disappointed me yet. So you can see why we're dropping off. Reality might be biting. The second half of the season, only won 2 games since the turn of the year. Drawn 3 and lost a lot, to be fair. This is probably more realistic. People may be getting to know us, I don't know. But, you know, I'm not giving up. We are not going down without a fight. And when this game is funny is Torino, who is my last league game. We beat them 3-2 at their place. Obviously, look how it went, 3-0 up. We kind of nearly blew it. But then if we switch to the cup, we got ourselves all the way to the semi-final. Some run against, you know, teams that could be beaten, and we have beaten. And I get spanked. I got spanked in that game first. Then we've played them in the league and beat them. And now we need to come back in half to get us to a Coppa Italia final. Can't believe it was this close to potentially doing it. It could still happen. You never know with Football Manager. So this is a squad arranged by average rating. Of course, Mr. Vercelli has been some player for me. Goal every other game. He used to score a goal every 3 games, previous club, so definite improvement. I like him a lot. I think he's a decent player. When I saw him, I thought, I think he could be good for me. No caps for his country. He's been great. You might have noticed he's joining Empoli. Why? Turned me down for them. Probably offered him more money, to be fair. But gutted with that one. Happened a few times on this where he's been a good loan guy and they've chose someone else. Irritates you really because he's been fantastic. I get everything you want though, can you? Like I said, I've missed out on so many good players. So I'm hoping if we can stay in the league, things happen, your reputation improves, hopefully get a bit more money and keep building on it, because that's the thing. I want to just keep bashing this out, playing it as much as I can, and I can go on all day and relax. Hopefully knowing that the hunt for 8 was achieved. If it's not, it's not. That is the target. And we get that Serie A title. Long way to go yet. So then in the second leg of the Coppa Italia semi-final, no, we didn't come back with some brave comeback. We got beat 2-0, which is weird because in between these games, we beat them fair and square. But in and around this game, we were about to go on a fantastic run. But it just, you know how it is, sometimes it just clicks and you can go from shit to good, and all of a sudden you feel unbeatable. And it was like a turning point in the league. Look at that. 3-1. Now, don't get me wrong, we had quite a good run of teams we could be beating. So yeah, Salernitana 3-1, beat Spezia 3-0, beat Frosinone, or whatever they call, 2-1. Back Cremonese 5-1. Beat them 1-0. Fiorentina, I drew with Lazio. I'm thinking, yeah, here we go. 2-0. I nearly thought, you know what? Let's just have that game as the live com, and then I'll finish the season off. Because sometimes you want the live com to at least be a win and give yourself the best opportunity to win and share that together. I just couldn't. I just thought, you know what? Sod it. It's Juventus. We're on this fantastic run. I mean, how'd you go from this to this? I ain't changed out. I never do. I haven't tweaked my tactic and thought, I need to change something. Like I've said a million times, sometimes I just fight on through. And it's worked for me here. I mean, I can't get over that. To that. I mean, some tougher teams there, don't get me wrong. Could we actually do Juve? No, probably not. I mean, maybe. I'd take that. You know what I mean? Away at their place, so. Managed by Paulo Montero. He used to be a centre half. Pretty sure he did. Yeah, so money was going. They actually took out a £9 million bank loan. And it was still in the red. But I don't care. Genuinely do not care. I've had no money all the way through this. Gambled about 6.9 million, stretching it out. It's probably about 3 that turned into 6.9 combined. But I'm having fun with this, just picking up frees when I can, loans when I can. I feel like it's getting better and better and better. Again, all year, I'm just kind of scouting Italians, really. That I can get on a free or cheap with the right kind of attributes. Because there's certain rules in Italy, but I like the idea of this, that at least keep the team majority Italian. Communication, maybe, fighting spirit, might do us a favour. I don't think I'm ever going to really have the money or the funds. I haven't found a little player somewhere like I've done in the past of a series where you find some player like from Africa and for 5 million and you sell them on for 80. Without that, a massive takeover, which hasn't happened. I'm just going to keep doing this, but there's no reason why we can't at least get somewhere near, especially get some European football. The hunt for 8 might not happen, but I'd like some European football before the series finishes. But as you can see, that lovely run we've put together has actually got us back into a European spot. Don't know how it'll work. I don't know if we could keep it if we stay here. Atalanta on our ass, who are playing Salernitana, who are down at the bottom. I mean, just to be there with 1 game to go against Juventus, who are 5th, right? Just that little chance in our first season with that team, I think is special. So, should we get to the game? Juventus at the Juventus Stadium. Let's do it. So welcome to the Juventus Stadium. There's their team. Still a lot of names. I mean, Italian football, or even the Italian national team just doesn't have that aura that it used to. But you know, this little team of mine on a fantastic run. They punch well above the weight. We got to a semi-final of a cup in our first season. Can we hold on to 7th and have a slim chance of some European football? I would love that. I mean, can you imagine if we got into the Conference Europa League, whatever it's called? That'd be class, wouldn't it? You could have a really good run in a competition like that with a team like this. But I don't expect, oh God, look at the kit clash here. It's absolutely terrible. We're in our dark green. And what are they in? Why are they not in the white one? That's so weird, isn't it? And we nearly went 1-0 up. But yeah, the doors that would open for us would be phenomenal. But yeah, even though we're on a great run, I know Juventus, they're not the top team in Italy on this save right now. Still expect them to win at their place. But we have started this game strong. They've really settled. I mean, last year, Zanotti re-signing. Vercelli on fire. Seriously. But yeah, I'm really happy. Like a lot of these guys like to keep. Again, it'd be quite a bit of a turnaround. But I'm always looking for the right attributes in the right places. And like I said, you miss out and sometimes you have to keep scaling things down. But buzzing, absolutely buzzing. The way we've come out here against Juventus is brilliant. I've got a great assistant. Do you remember I said at the end of the last one, my assistant manager left? I've got Tassotti. Do you remember him? used to play for Milan. I think he was at Milan most of his career. He's my assistant. He's had a million different jobs. He's been, I think, everything: a scout, coach, director of football, all that kind of stuff. But, you know, I've got him, my assistant. And wowzers. Yeah, I used to have an Inzaghi shirt. I had loads of shirts as a kid that I don't have anymore that I've lost. Great Italian one. Used to love Italian kits. I had Juventus with, I had Inzaghi on the back. That's what I mean. You think of some of the strikers Italy had back in the day. Del Piero, Inzaghi. He was the one with the little ponytail I absolutely loved. And I'm having a brain fart. I'll have a look at half time. He was brilliant. I will remember. But look at us here. No, we're not scared of a Juventus team that costs 208 million. I've got down here for Juventus to pay their squad per season. 2-0, 21 million for mine. I'm not to Google Baggio. What a player. Baggio. Oh, I thought it was going to be half time. It's not. We have a highlight. Good effort. It's still not over. It ain't over. So Pavarotti sings. No. Go on, get on that ball. Come on, let's have one last shot. I'm going to say one last shot. Anyway, half time. I'm so happy that run we've been on and the fact that I saved it last night hasn't done the save thing where it just throws your form out the window, that they're continuing to play well like they have been doing in the last few games against a top level opponent at their stadium. I mean, there's not a lot in it stat wise. It could still go either way, but wow. So it's my last day off. I've had a long weekend, so I've been able to play a lot. Back in on Tuesday, 7 days on the bounce, so obviously a lot more work. Playing time might also going to get cut down a bit, but I hope I can get another one out this week, maybe Friday, Saturday, and then next week get a couple more out. Even if people stop watching, I'm just going to push this to my holiday and then go away, and we're hanging on it. That Plizzari, the goalkeeper, I think he's fantastic for a free signing. Some of these lads I picked up on a free. It excites me to think of what we can do. Get European football. Because, like I said, the Italian theme, I missed out some really good Italian players who, you know, picked higher wages, maybe a bigger club. I think maybe I might need to make some changes here. We've got a few tired players. I don't want to balls this up. Let's do it. So I have made 3 changes. Calo and has come on as defensive midfielder. Bozolan at left back. And is it, who's it been gone? Oliveira on the wing. So happy, so impressed with me, boys. I know it's a computer game. You know what I mean? I put a good afternoon at that, putting that together. A good few hours, to be fair. And you know, you get a bit disheartened when you're losing out on players, and you'll find another one. And, you know, I got to the end and I thought, I'm happy with this. I'm not 100% sure it's just going to be a year of survival. You never know, do you? And they've just surpassed me. Like, really chuffed. You know what I mean? Fighting for Europe, semi-final of a cup. For a little team like ours, we've got average training facilities. It's a small ground. We don't even own it. I mean, I think gate receipts, I didn't write it down, but I do remember we're at the bottom of the list. Like, I think the top teams get like 30 million or something a game, something silly. And they're back in this. We get like 1. So, you know, we're fighting against it. Right, 20 minutes to go. I've made another change. We might back just come off 15 minutes. I mean, like I said, I took a draw. Now, less than 10 minutes to go. I've changed the stats on the screen. You can see we are 6th, which is insane. Atalanta I've got in as well because they're winning. So I'm guessing, obviously, Sassuolo, I think they're losing. Come on. We nick a third, just kill them off. That'd be so funny. Like I said, if we collapse here, we get something from this game, I'd be happy. Although if we were in 7th, would that be the conference? And if we end up in 6th, that'd be Europa League. Because I want the conference. Does that just be more fun? Playing some random teams from Romania. Do you know what I mean? All right, good chance. And that might happen now. Fair play, Juve. Get your shit together finally. Minute left of injury time. A minute. Can we just hang on? Take the point. I think we might be all right. No, I don't think we would, but I don't care. We're all right. We've done ourselves proud there. finish that outstanding run at the end of the season since Torino, undefeated. Pro Vercelli have qualified for the Europa Conference League by securing a top 7 finish. However, still in contention to qualify for Europa League instead, and are in a good position to do so. And then the next one is, we've qualified for the Europa League by securing a top 6 spot. How? And now they're in the Conference League. Lucky bastards. Europa League is way tougher, isn't it, really? Still fun, though. Still an achievement. It's a great one. I should be proud of it. And there we have it. So, if we had a lost, we'd have been on 56 points. Would we still be all right? Maybe. You never know with Italian football. League sorting rules. Wouldn't be goal difference. Ours was better than theirs. Sassuolo. It's results between teams. So, no. If we had a lost, then they're going above us, wouldn't they? Because even though they're one of the teams I think I was targeting for at least getting something from, we never did. Early on in the season, they beat me 3-1. And then they beat me 1-0. That'd have been shit, wouldn't it? Of course, I'll look at all the finances I get for the new season. We've got some European football. Our reputation is elevated. This is fantastic. But let's just finish off by looking at the squad with the contracts. As you can see, it's just the loan guys. No one has to go unless I can get something from him, and I reckon I maybe could. If you're unhappy players, time to refresh it and build for that European football. Get some good loans in again. Very gutted he's chosen Empoli. I'll be honest with you. It is what it is. I've got some fantastic players, especially Vercelli, who a goal every other game for a club like us is definitely a star player in his prime years. 27 years old, deserves a cap. Who else have you got up front at LA? I do have a little story for you though. Something that did break my heart. Now, most people know I have a love affair with Lorenzo Luca, and he was at Roma. He played 28 games, scored 5 goals. But when he plays for me, he's a beast. Now, then him up for sale. So I just thought, why not? Can't afford him. I put a loan offer in that Roma accepted. And then Fiorentina came in and bought him for around 20 odd million quid. And he's not played or scored in the league for them. 4 starts, 4 sub appearances, no goals. And I can't help but think, Luca, what? Come to Pro Vercelli, come on loan. 2 years, you'll be in Europe now. You're 30 goals a season, you'll be in the Serie A team of the year. I was this close in my heart thinking, could this happen? Obviously it didn't. He made the wrong choice. One day, Lorenzo. One day. We'll be reunited. Arm in arm. I'll hold you like a man. May even kiss you on the forehead. If you're wondering, the team knocked us out, got beat in the final. That would have been quite a nice little live com. Hopefully we can have something like that. Some fun. Europa League final. Coppa Italia final. The push for the league. I mean, we're up against it, but look what we've achieved this year. Just got to keep building on it and building on it. So there we go. That is the end of episode 4, season 4. As always, thanks for joining me. You know I love you. Long time for not going missing. You can support me, hopefully, by hitting the thumbs up, get involved in the comments, subscribe if you're new, and hit that bell. And you'll never miss anything I do. Like I said, I am back in work now for 7 days straight. I do splits, and I do have time to myself still. But it's going to be a bit harder to get through season 4 than what season 3. That's been the easiest. Just chilling out on weekend, blasting it. But we'll hopefully get another one out this week, and then 2 or 3 hopefully the week after. And hopefully we get to where I want to be. You know what? I'll take anything. As long as I just win a trophy for him, that'd be enough. Can I ever get to 8 or ever achieve that? Don't go missing, you'll find out. But you stay happy. You stay safe. I'm Booed. Bye-bye.